Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to my reading room. Today I'm coming at you with a reading update, and there's other stuff I'm going to talk with along with that. So okay, so first thing, I'm sorry I haven't done a video. I said I was going to at the beginning of the month, that I never really did. That's because what I was planning on doing on New Year's Day, Mark from Book Time with Elvis had done what I was planning on doing that day. And I was contemplating trying to figure out what I want to do. Like I said, I'm focusing more on books in the public domain this year. And what I decided to do, I'm going to be doing a series where I talk about various things with public domain books, like could be certain category, or like could be certain genres, or also like when there's reading events coming up where I can't know there's a bunch of books in the public domain that will work for them. I'll just do some suggestions other than the well-known ones. We'll put it that way. But I'll be doing one. I hope to have it up sometime within the next week. Because and it won't be the first one of the regular public domain series that I'm doing. And okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Second thing is, I've been watching lots of people's watching a lot of videos, and I know the big thing is like MJ from Reading This Life, and Gareth from I think it's Books, Songs, and Other Magic, or Songs, Books, and Other Magic. He did it where they were talking about book bans and their reading banned books. Well, this back on January 1st of this year here in Illinois, a law went into effect. The governor signed it back in June, but in it, what this bill is it is now illegal to have book bans here in Illinois. It's a first state to do this, but it's a book ban on book. It's a ban on book bans. It's illegal to have book bans if that's for any libraries receiving like funds or support of any kind from the state. So that's one thing I like. So I don't have to worry about book bans around here now. I live in here in the Rockford area. Plus, lately we've been having a lot of snow and cold, or frigid weather. But I've made it through that, so now I'll show you the reading updates. Okay, I did finish a book today. That's the only one I've finished so far, and it's a book in the public domain. It's Jules Verne's From Earth to the Moon. It's a story, but see, and you notice it says From the Moon. That's a sequel to it. But what this is about is that he wrote this in the 1860s or something like that, if I remember, or I think that's when it was first published or whatever, or in periodicals. Well, anyway, it's about a group of people, or a gun club, they call it, and they've and this is after the Civil War is done, and some of them are getting bored and stuff, and they're just sitting around, and this gun club is mainly built for with cannons and stuff like that, and they come up with an idea for sending a projectile, or not even a projectile, like a cannonball, to the moon. But it changes along in there, but it also where they decided they're going to do a projectile with some people in it. Oops. Let me bring this back up. Okay, well, anyway, they and this book is about all the preparations, getting everything ready to go and stuff, and hoping it succeeds. One thing that I noticed in this book, I noticed like 3 or 4 times, the word or phrase ignoramus was in it. 3 or 4 places in there. You don't see that too much. Another thing I saw in there is like somebody calling something a harebrained idea. So, but I like this. I like this one, and I know I said I was going to read the stuff in release order or publishing order by him, Jules. I'm making an exception. I'm going to read Round the Moon first, since I just got done with since it's a sequel to From Earth to the Moon. Okay, there's some other books I've been reading too, especially in the public domain. Let me bring up the other one. The other one I'm reading here on my Nook also, and opening that up now, and so for the trying to get to the cover page here. Sorry, my Nook's taking a while to cooperate. I think it's just code for it. Sorry, I'm getting there. Yeah, see, I don't edit my videos, that way you see the true things with me, and okay, I'll just do it another way then. I'm trying to okay, here it is. Okay, the book is wait, let me go back one. Okay, the book is Of Human Bondage by W. Somerset Maugham. This is the first book I've read by him. And see, that cover is Project Gutenberg cover page, so you can tell where I got this from. And it's following orphan. His name is Philip. At the beginning, he's like 9, and his father was already dead. They died some months before this. Well, anyway, his mother is just barely alive. She just had a stillborn, and she get at the beginning they have her pelvis brought down to see her so she could hold him for one last time, and so she dies, and so he goes and lives with the aunt and uncle. The uncle's a vicar in a small village. This is in takes place in England. Well, anyway, and the vicar and his wife, they're older in age, and they never had any children. And so here he is growing up with them, and now eventually they put him in, and I should say this boy also is disabled. He has a club foot. He was born with it, and so he can't really run and stuff. But so, but now he's in like a boarding school or school, and of course he lives there, and he's made friends there, some friends there and stuff. And he's getting good grades, and it's just interesting just following that along. There's 729 pages in here, and I think I've, if I remember right, I'm at like page 97, but this book keeps me interested in it. Okay, now the next one that I've been reading, see, I go between them. I'll read so many pages or so many chapters from each one book, and then advance on to it. Well, this one's a little different. This is on my Kindle. This is from that 360 or 350 plus mysteries, or 350 plus British mysteries. All the books are in the public domain, and so they have it all in one ebook. And right now I'm in the one. I couldn't see it on Project Gutenberg, this one, but it's by Arthur Conan Doyle, and it's and the title is Mysteries and Other Adventures. And I read the first story in it. It's a collection of short stories, like plenty of the Sherlock Holmes books are like that. Also, well, anyway, so the story I'm about to start in this one is the parson of Jack's Gulch, or the parson of Jackman's Gulch. So, see, these, the reason why I'm only doing this one at a time is because they're short stories, but they're longer than just a chapter and stuff. And put it this way, some of it's been longer than 5 or 10 chapters in some of the other books. So far I'm keeping interested in it. And then there's one other book I'm reading is The Lost and Bolted by Dan Brown. This is a physical book I'm reading. I have only around 300 pages to go in here, so I'm a little over halfway done with it. I need to get booking on this, and it's this book takes place in Washington, D.C. It's not taking place anywhere near, but it's taking place in Washington, D.C., running around and stuff, and so and it's a murderer or an assassin's, or no, I'll just say a murderer is chasing some good friends of Robert Langdon's, and he ends up getting pulled into it because he trying to get him to decipher some stuff, and the Masonics or Freemen are big are running a thing with that, the Masonic stuff, and so that's what those are the books I'm reading right now, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try doing getting a video up within this next week for with my public domain project that I'm doing now. So that's all I have for this time. Oh yeah, I was going to say, and for from Earth to the Moon, I liked it. Like I said, I really like or dislike. Sometimes it might be indifferent because it's somewhere in between the two. So, and so I'll have to also I'll leave the links for these books down below to the books I mentioned in here. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.